Welcome back, boys and girls. I am Steve the Barman, and today I'm going to help you have some fun with your favourite cherry liqueur. I'm using Cherry Heering in this. This will substitute out very easily for Luxardo. Will this work for like Bowls or Giffard's Cherry Brandy? They're not the same in my book. Yes, it's cherry forward, they're not the same. These are just luscious, kind of thick and juicy kind of cherry liqueurs in that sense. Cocktail wise, gin based for the first one. Gin, honestly, it's stunning. You get like the subtle hints of a little bit of chocolate in there and mint coming through. There's not just the mint garnish. This, Jägermeister. Banging this. You're just going to lose me for 5 minutes in this. This is like a cherry chocolate swizzle. Oh my God, absolutely gorgeous. Then I've got a cherry and ginger Martini, and then I could not do a cherries video and not do my kind of Bakewell Sour. So your first cocktail, absolutely no idea what to call this. I couldn't even get anywhere remotely close to Legends. This will be in the community for you to name up for the cocktail book as well. Ingredients, obviously the cherry liqueur, cherry brandy, whatever you've got. Gin, gone for Whitley & Hill's, just classic gin. I've got a white creme de menthe, so white mint liqueur, clear mint liqueur, lemon juice and some chocolate bitters. So then shaken cocktail, this one. The first ingredient I'm going to do, obviously, is the cherries. It's lined up there. So I'm going to do 3/4 of an ounce, 22.5 ml of this luscious cherry forward gorgeousness. And then I'm going for my gin. And I've just, as I say, Whitley & Hill's there, just a classic gin. And I'm going for 30 ml, 1 ounce of this gin. Has got quite a healthy juniper forward, but not as much as the connoisseur's cut. And then I don't want it too minty, but I just want it minty enough. So I'm going for 10 ml, which is 1/3 of an ounce of this, there it is, white mint liqueur. Every bone in my body was trying not to say chocolate. Then I was going for white chocolate, no, mint. Anyway, and then I'm going for 15 ml, 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Now the chocolate bitters will come after the shake, so I'm just gonna add plenty of ice to my cocktail shaker, and we're gonna give it a good hard and fast shake. You know the drill by now, for 10 to 12 seconds. And then to serve up, I'm going for a nice rocks glass. I'm gonna add, excuse fingers, but what, 4 cubes? I'm gonna, oh, no, not false start. See, I do that every time. I was testing you. Always forget. I've got my chocolate bitters, and what I'm gonna do, because I've got spritz caps on there, you can put a couple of pipettes of bitters in there, or a couple of dashes, but I love spritzing the inside of the glass. So, there we go. I'm going to do, what, 6 spritzes, and that'll be the equivalent of about 1 pipette, just about there. So 6 spritzes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that would have, that missed, chocolate notes. That would have just kind of coated the inside of the glass, giving it awesome chocolate notes. So what we're going to do now is obviously add our ice, and then I'm just going to single strain this over the top. And then to garnish, how's that? I've got a sprig of mint that I'm just going to do, but first off, I'm going to get my Luxardo maraschino cherries. Any excuse to open this. And I'm going to go 1 maraschino cherry, just plonk it on top of that ice cube if it will sit there. Lick the spoon, because that's the excuse we need to lick the spoon. And then I'm just going to have a lovely little sprig of mint, a little bit of greenery. Oh my God, that's so good. Not sweet. I know a lot of you that watch this channel, especially comment, I know you might have a little bit of a sweeter tooth. You might need just a touch of sugar syrup in there, but that is beautiful. Cherry notes, big bold cherry notes. The sort of gin, the juniper notes coming off there. But we've got just that delicate little hint of sort of minty chocolate coming through at the end there. Honestly, that's really nice. Try it without sugar first, but if you need to sweeten it up, then do add just a tiny bit. Right, your second cocktail, again, no idea what to call this, so Legends, you'll be on standby for this. Yes, you can see the Jägermeister coming out to play again. After last week's video, I have to say, I'm having a little bit of fun playing about with this. Cherry liqueur, Jägermeister, a bit of sugar syrup, pressed pineapple juice, just supermarket owned, but 100% pressed pineapple juice, lemon juice, and then I kind of want it frothy because I like a bit of froth. Not an egg white cocktail, but I do like a bit of froth, so I've got my foamers. So again, we're going back to the cocktail shakers, and how much? I forgot to look, didn't I? 15 ml. Bearing in mind, I made them up about a few weeks ago now, so I prep in advance. Anyway, 15 ml, 1/2 ounce of cherry liqueur. And then I'm going to go for 45ml, 1.5 ounces of Jägermeister. I have to say, go check out that other video that I did, because this really did surprise me, eating cocktails. Then I'm going for my sugar syrup. I bet, oh no, that's easy to get off. I just want just a touch, just 10ml of sugar syrup, so 1/3 of an ounce of that, or gone, whatever you've got. And then, as it's in this order, I've got 15ml of freshly squeezed lime juice, so 1/2 ounce of lime juice. And then my pressed pineapple juice, not the stuff from concentrate, proper pressed pineapple juices. We're going for 30ml, 1 ounce of that. Now the pineapple juice will froth up a little bit anyway, but to get it even more frothy, we've got the old foamers. We love the foamers, they're my best mates. And 8 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the foamers, you know, some people say, oh, I don't like the taste of the foamers. 8 drops, you will not taste the difference at all, in the slightest. Anyway, we're going to shake it, dry shake, to take it from as flat as a pancake to 5 seconds later of some action. And look at that. Then we just go, I'll tell you, the aromas coming off there, I've got cherry and herbal notes. That's gorgeous. Anyway, loads of ice in your shaker, and then we're just going to give it another hard and fast shake, 10 to 12 seconds. I have to say, if we're giving out awards for aromas, that absolutely smashes it. That's amazing. Actually, let's go for that glass instead. And I'm just going to double strain this. If I can find my fine strainer, there it is. Double strain this into a coupe glass. Perfecto. Look at that. And then hopefully the right hand. Yeah, just the garnish. Don't ask me why. I went orange. Dehydrated orange. Faff-free. Low maintenance. You're used to me using these by now. But there we go. I can't even begin to tell you what that tastes like, other than it's amazing. I'm really being a big fan of Jägermeister. The herbal notes, pineapple, the cherry. It's the cherry that comes on. I really like that. That's so good. Well then, cocktail 3, legends, you might as well get involved in naming this one as well, because I just called it a chocolate and cherry Swizzle, because that's exactly what it is, chocolate and cherry. But there we go. Ingredients, cherry liqueur, obviously. I've gone for Plantation's OD, original dark rum. So it's a dark rum cocktail for me personally. I kind of like that vibe. I've got Mozart's dark chocolate liqueur, think cacao, and then I've got sugar syrup, I've got, what's one that, lime juice, and I've got chocolate bitters. Right, so the clue's in the title for this one, Swizzle. It's going to get made in a glass, and then we're going to swizzle it with crushed ice. So, first ingredient, same as last time, we're going for our cherry liqueur, 22.5 ml, 3/4 of an ounce. And then I'm going for my my rum. And this is, I always forget, it's Bajan and Jamaican, that's what it is. For some reason, always think it's Trinidadian, this one. But Bajan and Jamaican dark rum Plantation, it's cracking. I'm going for 45 ml, 1.5 ounces. Just your go-to darker rum. Now I'm going for my chocolate liqueur. Is that the right way around? There we go. I'm going for this. As I say, this is more cacao than it is chocolate liqueur in that sense. So I'm going 15 ml, 1/2 ounce of that. Then I'm going to go for, let's go for my sugar syrup, which is out. I don't want too much because we've got the cherry in there as well. So I'm just going for 10 ml, 1/3 of an ounce of sugar syrup, or gum, whatever you're using. Then I'm going to go for my lime juice. 15 ml, 1/2 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. And then my last ingredient, I'm going for the bitters. The spritz cap's on, I've just used it in there. So I'm going to go for 8 spritzes, which will be the equivalent of just over like nearly 2 pipettes, if you like, of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Amazing. If you've got a pipette on there, then just do two pipettes. But yeah, oh, the chocolate and cherry. Oh, Swizzles, we just pack it of crushed ice. So not all the way full. That'll do to start it off with. And then we take, well, we can't get them in the UK for some reason, but Swizzle sticks, they've got little 3, 4 prongs on the bottom. And normally you kind of do that. I can sort of do it with a bar spoon, but kind of do that just to swizzle it up a bit. Then I'm just going to kind of top out with even more crushed ice. The garnish for this, obviously we've got cherries, so we're going to go for a maraschino cherry on top. Rob's Home Bar, not those flipping stupid atomic red things. That was banter from a couple of weeks ago by the time you watch this. Got my mint. I was going to go dehydrated orange for some reason, but I've got a little sprig of mint there. Perfect. Oh my God. I thought that was going to be my favourite. Oh, I don't know. Oh, chocolate. The chocolate notes. The chocolate and cherry is just gorgeous. But with the rum, chocolate and cherry rum fashions. Oh my God. That's essentially all that is. Right, your fourth cocktail. I'm still getting over that. It's amazing. But your fourth cocktail, you can name this up as well if you want, legends. I've just called it a cherry and ginger martini. That's all I've called it. Cherry liqueur, vodka, my go-to ginger liqueur these days, which is Giffard's Ginger of the Indies, easily the better one now out of the day. Since King's Ginger have reformulated, I'm going to hold that grudge for another year at least. Sugar syrup and then lemon juice. Now this is a shaken cocktail and the inspiration came from this, from one of my favourite chocolate bars. 22.5 ml. 3/4 of an ounce of cherry liqueur. And then the next ingredient is my vodka, which I'm going for just 30 ml, 1 ounce. So 30 ml of vodka, and then I'm going for 15 ml of this luscious ginger liqueur. It's quite feisty as well, this one. Nice ginger notes. And then I don't want too much added sugar, but I just do want a tiny little bit. So I'm going for 10 ml, 1/3 of an ounce of that. And then just to bring all those flavours together, I'm going for 15 ml, 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Right, shaky time, so plenty of ice, that'll do on top there. And then it's a hard and fast shake for 10, 12 seconds. And then to save it up, I was going for Nick and Dora glass, but I'll complete the set. We might as well get the totem poles out again, the tiki glasses. That's a tiki coupe. This is a tiki Mai Tai glass for some reason. I've never had a Mai Tai in it, but I don't think I have. But it's a lovely sort of martini glass, I call. Anyway, double strain. Magicals, and then to garnish this one, I think I will for this one. I've got an orange. Yeah, let's complete the set. I could have even done foamers on top of that, couldn't we? Well, I might reshake that with foamers for the old thumbnail. But I've just got another dehydrated orange. Ginger, oh, that is proper classy. Touch of sweetness to it. The sweetness just brings that cherry notes out even more. But the ginger, obviously there's not many flavours coming from the vodka, the base of the liqueur. So we have got cherry and ginger. Oh, that's good. And then obviously I couldn't do a cherry video without doing one of my signature cocktails that a lot of people know me for, and that's my Cherry Bakewell Sour, or Bakewell Sour, whatever you want to call it. So this is my go-to recipe. Sometimes I do it with whiskey, but traditionally I do it with brandy because I think it's better with brandy. So cherry liqueur, my go-to brandy, the amaretto that I'm using at the moment, sugar syrup, pressed apple juice or cider in the US, lemon juice, and then foamers. Right, cherry liqueur, 15 ml of cherry liqueur. Lovely. And then this one is split base, and that's equal measures of my base booze. So I'm going, if it comes off, there we go. I'm going 30 ml, 1 ounce of brandy. Lovely brandy. Then I'm going 30 ml of just the amaretto that I'm using at the moment. So 30 ml, 1 ounce of that. And then let's go for this way first. Which one's that? That's the lemon juice. 30 ml of lemon juice, so 1 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. And then I'm going for the same in pressed apple juice or cider. 30 ml of pressed apple juice. Then I'm going for, oh no, it's all right. It's getting a bit tight, that one. 10 ml of sugar syrup. Don't want too much, just a tiny bit. 10 ml of sugar syrup or gum. And then this one would be an egg white cocktail. So you would use an egg white, but you know me, we like to be vegan friendly on here and fat free. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, we do the whole dry shake thing to take it from that nice and flat to 5 seconds later. Not even that, look at that, proper frothy. And then we're gonna ice this up, plenty of ice, and then we're gonna give it a proper cold shake now for 10 to 12 seconds. Right then, to serve this up, I'm going for my slightly taller rocks glass, essentially. It's the same size as that thing. I'm just gonna go for 3 ice cubes for the moment, and then I'm just gonna single strain. Look at that. Perfect. We didn't need the 4th ice cube, but what it might fail to do now is it might fail to hold the cherry on top. Depends where that ice cube is. Let's see. Yeah, it's failed, isn't it? I've absolutely no idea where that cherry's gone. I can't see it, so we'll try and do a little take two. We'd have like a dehydrated orange, any excuse to get the cherries out, and then just float a cherry on top. Stay there, stay there. Yeah. Honestly, that is just the world's best sour. It is. It's just cracking. Amaretto, cherry notes, apple notes, kind of like the Bakewell tart in the UK. That's all it is. It is delicious. So there we go, boys and girls. 5 flipping fantastic cherry cocktails. I know which one's my favourite, but I tell you what, they're all flipping good. That's really harsh on the other ones, but they're so tasty. Anyway, if you want even more cherry or even more cocktail inspiration, dive into the video playlist that's popping up on the screen right there. As always, big old thumbs up, please. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel.